Hey, what's up? It's Chris here from Chris's Sci-Fi Reactions. Today we're here with another Buffy the Vampire Slayer episode. Um, this is called The Puppet Show. Really wasn't a fan of the last episode. It really sort of reminded me of Teacher's Pet a bit in the way of well, just the way it was. Uh, Different settings. I did like that we got a bit more on Willow, and Xander was the best I've seen him in Buffy so far in the last episode, which is interesting that his best episode was possibly the second worst episode I've seen so far. If you wish to get the full uncut, unedited reaction, that's available on Patreon, listed in the description below. And let's just get straight on into it.
I will be whole. I will be new.
To minimize head contact, but he would have none of it.
Giles, into every generation is born one who must run the annual talentless show. You cannot escape your destiny.
If you had a shred of decency, you would have participated, or at least, helped.
Nah, I think I'll take on your traditional role. You watch.
And mock.
And laugh. Okay. I think maybe we better leave our Mr. Giles to this business he calls show. Principal Snyder.
So, we think school events are stupid.
That detention is a time-honored form of punishment.
I know the three of you will come up with a wonderful act at school to watch. And mock. And laugh. At.
No.
Look at Giles. I love it. He's loving it.
Ew, dummy.
Dow! Mine.
I think dummies are cute. You don't?
They give me the wig ever since I was little.
What happened?
I saw a dummy, it gave me the wig. There really wasn't a story there.
Hi, I'm Morgan. And I'm Sid. Hey, Morgan, would you like to tell some jokes? Would I? As a matter of fact, it is. It's also a wood nose and a wood mouth.
Damn.
I didn't sleep at all last night.
All right. Of my dad.
Sounds real.
It is real. I'm the one with the talent here. The kid's dead weight. How about you and I do a little rehearsing on our own, honey?
Hey.
You know what they say. Once you go wood, nothing's as good.
Okay, Morgan, we get the joke. Horny dummy, ha ha. It's very funny, but you might want to consider getting some new shtick. Unless you want your prop ending up as a Duraflame log.
Kids today need discipline. It's an unpopular word these days, discipline. I know Principal Flutie would have said kids need understanding. Kids are human beings. It's the kind of woolly-headed liberal thinking that leads to being eaten.
I think perhaps it was a little more complex than...
This place has quite a reputation. Suicide, missing persons, spontaneous cheerleader combustion. You can't put up with that.
That was a good episode.
Gotta keep
Really
an eye
enjoyed
on
that one.
element. Like those three.
In the earth.
Kids. I don't like them. From now
So
on,
you
you're gonna
think
see
I'm a
very
principal?
different Sunnydale High. A tight ship. Clean, orderly, and quiet.
dancer, Emily?
Oh, man. I hate this school.
It must have happened just after dress rehearsals. There was a cross-country meet at Melville. She never showed up for it.
Vampire?
I think not.
I'll leave him alone.
Okay, Morgan, how about talking to me yourself now?
He said all he's gonna say.
It's okay, Sid. We're done.
So he's probably got a headache because maybe the
I'm sorry, look, I didn't mean to make you
doll
mad.
is
No, I'm...
draining his energy.
It's him. He's...
Live?
We have to go.
I think it's good, really, the way they're not showing him move as much. I think that works better. Because I know sometimes when you have dummy scenes, when you have them move, they look a bit silly.
Morgan? We'll be moving on.
So once we know who's missing from the show,
We'll know who our demon is.
The show.
What?
It's going to start. I'm supposed to be there.
Okay, start pulling everyone's addresses in the talent show. If they're not there, maybe we can catch them at home.
and you get them all on stage, form the power circle, then we can see who's a no-show.
The what?
The power circle. You get everyone together, you get them, you know, revved up.
Right.
How'd he ever get that gig?
15 minutes to curtain, everyone. 15 minutes.
I can't go out there. All those people staring at me and judging me like I'm some kind of Buffy. What if I mess up?
Cordelia, there's an adage that if you're feeling nervous, then you should imagine the entire audience are in their underwear.
Ew! Even Mrs. Franklin?
Perhaps not. All right, we'll assemble on the stage in 5 minutes for the power thing.
Now for the big finish.
What are you doing?
It's not enough. He'll come back. You have to get the heart. Then all of this will be over.
Let me.
I got it. Thanks.
Oh, it's a bit sad. I actually really liked his personality. As I said, a couple of the scenes and that end bit was a bit...
It's over.
Oops. Willow's just saying the axe.
I don't get it. What is it? Avant-garde?
O ruler of my country, Oedipus, you see our company around the altar, and I, the priest of Zeus.
Ha ha. They prophesied that I should kill my father, but he is dead and hidden deep in the soil. But surely I must fear my mother's bed.
Oh, Oedipus, Oedipus, unhappy Oedipus, that is all I can call you and all that I ever shall call you.
Darkness and horror of darkness, unfolding, restless, visitant, sped by an ill wind in haste. Madness and stabbing pain and memory of ill deeds I have done.
Oops.
Grr, arg.
Really enjoyed that episode. That was a really good episode. Not on the level that Angel was, but I'd certainly give it an 8. Um, it was actually quite nice considering we had a bit of a dud episode last time. Yeah, season 1, episode 9, The Puppet Show. It was full of misdirection, which I really like because it kept me guessing. Hey, maybe you guys figured it out straight away, but I like when a show keeps you guessing as, oh, it could be this person, it could be that person. Oh, wait, it is that person, or it's not that person. I think it's really good when they do that, because when you get like a story where, oh yeah, that's who it is, that's pretty obvious, it sort of makes it a bit boring. This really keeps you on your toes, questioning everything. So yeah, let's just break it down. We start off here at a talent show that Giles seems to be producing, um, and different students are basically trying out this talent show. We then have Willow, Buffy, and Xander sort of mocking Giles, uh, having to do this. Giles is like, "Oh well, if you had any compassion, you'd join with me to do this." Then we meet this new principal, Principal Snyder, and I realized for those of you that watch my Stargate reaction, um, one of the Stargate episodes I was watching, he was in it. He was playing a member of the Nox, and yeah, I believe it was from Deep Space Nine. I knew him from. I think that's what he was in. I could be mistaken. I'm pretty sure that was in. But he was, yeah, I knew that I'd seen him in something before, but I wasn't expecting to see him in Buffy, and yeah, it's quite nice to see someone from Stargate on Buffy. I really hope this principal's around and we get to learn a bit more about his character. I hope he's not going to become silly, though. His character, a bit of a joke. That's how I sort of felt Principal Flutie was. He was a bit of a joke. Yeah, obviously he doesn't like Buffy, Willow, and Xander, although from the impression I get that he doesn't like any teenagers or kids at all. Then he forces them to join the talent show. We then meet this new, I've forgotten his name. Can't think. Yeah, I can't remember what his name is. And the dummy starts off really poor jokes, then the dummy starts to, say really funny jokes, mocking basically the one that's allegedly controlling him. Here we find out, a young girl is killed. Buffy and her friends, trying to practice for oh, to perfect an act to play in the talent show. And we sort of get Giles and Principal Snyder just talking about kids and how he doesn't really like them, and that he won't tolerate this murders and all of that at this school, which is understandable. Here we sort of get the idea that the death of that girl possibly was a human, not a demon. Buffy's very, very much no, like it must be a demon. And Willow says, "Oh, but it could be anyone if it's human. It could even be me." It's like, well, yeah, make us suspicious of you. They're then sort of interviewing people, trying to find out who might have killed her. We then sort of see the dummy and the kid that owns him talking to each other, which is a little suspicious. He then tells Buffy, "Oh, I'm just practicing throwing my voice." But yeah, we start to get an idea that, oh, it's the dummy that's the demon, and it maybe is draining the life out of the kid. Then we sort of get Buffy checking his locker. She uses her strength to break in. Then we have this scene between Principal Snyder and, saying, "I'm not going to tolerate students on campus after hours." Understandable. Then the dummy's saying, "Oh, we got to kill Buffy," but Gordon, I think his name was, Gordon refuses. Forgive me if I get the names wrong. I don't always remember what the names were. Then Buffy's mum is sort of worried that Buffy something wrong with her. Then we have the the dummy coming into her Buffy's room, tries to kill her. Buffy's reaction is very normal, but probably anormal for her. But I suppose if you've been sleeping, you are a little bit more susceptible to fear. Then Giles sort of makes a comment about um, Cordelia's hair to try and get her to leave. And it's like, oh, well, Xander's right. It works every time. Well done, Xander. Here we have Buffy sort of telling them that it was the dummy, and they're all like, Buffy, I think you're just exaggerating it a little bit. Not even giving her the benefit of the doubt. Here we have the dummy sort of giving Buffy the eye. Cordelia makes a joke, and then the teacher takes away the dummy from the kid, Gordon. It's not Jordan. I think it's Gordon. Then the teacher's worried. He sort of becomes really a bit creepy when he sort of starts shouting at the teacher, "Where's the doll?" So Xander stole the dummy. I keep on mixing it up, doll, dummy. And sort of doing some jokes, with the dummy, which really creeps Buffy out. Buffy and sort of Principal Snyder saying, "Oh, a little girl like you shouldn't be out at night," but of course Buffy can handle herself. Here we have Willow sort of finding out that, oh, wait, they take hearts and brains uh, for inanimate objects to come alive, like the dummy. Here we have the dummy that's run away. We find Gordon has been killed, so we know he wasn't the demon. Then Sid, the name of the dummy, tries to kill Buffy. Looks a bit silly, And we find out that sort of the dummy for Buffy was the demon because of her strength. That Sid is a demon hunter. Here they're looking over to see who's missing in the talent show. This horny dummy, as it is, flirting with Buffy. Um, Buffy then speaks to Giles. Sid's disappeared. Xander thinks they've been played. Buffy's pretty sure they haven't. We also find out that Gordon had brain cancer, and that's why it got rid of the brain. And it then went on to search for a new one, which ended up being Giles. Then we get Buffy fighting the demon and cutting off his head. And then Sid ends up stabbing the demon through the heart, which as a result is soul, for lack of a better word, is soul or life force, however you want to call it, leaves the dummy. And then the person that was inside the dummy is dead, which was a bit sad because I really liked his personality. Then we get here a little bit of a bit of fun at the end, of their performance, which was good. It was nice. I like it when shows do that, put on a little bit of a silly bit at the end. And that's the breakdown. Okay, so that was Buffy Season 1, Episode 9. Yeah, really enjoyed that episode. Hopefully the next episode will be just as good. This was about an 8, I'd say. It was nice to have this sort of good episode after last times. If you want the full uncut and edited reaction, you can catch that on Patreon, link in the description below. If you enjoyed this reaction, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.